Hey guys, this is GrandJason from Gamers Life Network in Duoqueue. I'm joined by Chiefs Swiffer and Chiefs Spookz.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
So they just recently won the OPL finals last night against Direwolves. How are you guys feeling?
Elated.
Relieved and happy. Feeling good.
So has it kind of sunk in yet that you guys are going to the wildcards and going to Turkey? For you guys, it would be the first time of going to wildcards, yeah?
Yeah, it's actually incredibly surreal. Like, I actually can't believe that we've won. And even after we won last night, I just felt completely and utterly numb. So that was my experience with the entire thing.
Yeah, like really relieved. I guess it really hasn't sunk in for a lot of us yet, but I think like after I broke into a cold sweat after we won because I was so happy, and yeah, just really happy overall.
Awesome. So you guys managed to get a 3-0 clean sweep last night. So yeah, Direwolves couldn't really get into that game. How do you think the set went for you guys, and how do you think the set went overall? Do you think Direwolves could have played a little bit better, or how did they sort of, were they as difficult an opponent as you sort of thought they would be coming in preparing?
Right, so a few things. First of all, the Direwolves, like the way their playstyle is very, like, it's very binary. So we were able to easily identify their weaknesses and exploit them in that sense. And I think the way the series went was pretty much defined by like the first game and our first big play in that game, where we like first blooded them in our jungle, and I think the momentum was definitely in our favor from then. And we're a very like heavily based momentum kind of team. Like we function very well when we're like in control and we have the lead to begin with. So in that respect, I think it really pushed us forward. So yeah.
Yeah, just elaborating a bit on what Swiffer said. I feel throughout the whole series we got to play the way we wanted to play, as opposed to playing to their strengths. As Simon said, we feel they're pretty predictable with the way they want to play, and so we don't have to worry too much about what they want to do. We just play our game and just carry the momentum through the whole series.
Yeah, so you guys have had a pretty strong momentum this entire season, going 13-1 throughout the split, and then you guys going no losses for all the playoffs. So how do you guys feel about your OPL season overall?
We're incredibly happy with our results, like, obviously. Only a tiny bit disappointed that we couldn't get, like, the 20-0. It would have been 20-0, right? Yeah. The 20-0. But, you know what, it's, like, completely trivial, like, next to all that we've achieved. So, extremely happy.
Yeah, I think overall we just learned a lot through the split. And as a team, I think we've just, as friends as well, we've just gotten closer. And I think as a team, we're meshing a lot better than over the last year. So yeah, really happy about the split.
Yeah, talking about meshing over the split, Spookz, you're always the one that's sort of like the initiator. You're always the one that really sort of starts big plays, especially early on. But also you're the one that's most likely to be left like hanging by the teammates when they decide it's not a good fight. How does it feel to be on that very polar situation where you're the one that's either going to like start a good fight, or you're the one that's left hanging by the team?
I guess that's my biggest strength and obviously biggest flaw. Like sometimes my decision making can be punished, but a lot of the time, because we're such a proactive team, my team can follow up on my little solo invades a lot of the time. But I can get caught a bit, and as I said, it can be punished. But I think everyone's very like quick to react, and we're all collapsed very well at the moment. So yeah, just like I have confidence in my team to follow me up on my little plays. So yeah.
Are those feelings mutual, Swiffer, as the biggest benefactor of Spookz?
Yeah, benefactor is a choice word there. I mean, it can go either way, really. Like, as you saw kind of during the series, like there were times where, like, actually, you know what, the majority of times it usually works out because we usually have like a numbers advantage. We're in the lead, like we're able to like capitalize on his invades and everything like that. But in the situation that we're not in the lead, it kind of like obviously goes the other way. But no, I'm usually happy with what Sam does. Usually. Yeah.
So who's the one that usually makes a call of let him die or like let him go?
That would be Andrew.
No, it's Derek.
Is it Derek?
Derek's just leaving.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, see ya.
Yeah. And then we kind of like leave him to his own devices, and if he can get out, we're just like, oh, that was surprising. But if not, then whatever, no big loss.
No, I've got good boundary awareness.
Yeah, so they say.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Swiffer, in the OPL, or at least the Oceanic region, most of the other mid laners have to generally play quite afraid or play quite defensively against you. And you've probably noticed that. Does that make your job significantly easier, or do you go into playing games or playing matchups assuming that your opponents are going to play afraid? Because I think that makes it that changes the momentum of the dynamic of mid lane a lot.
Well, because like you know what, it doesn't like against the majority of mid laners, yeah, like I think they play slightly differently. Like they'll not go in for trades when they otherwise should and stuff like that. And I think I can attribute that to like the pressure that my team puts out. But it just basically translates to me having like a slight proactive advantage in mid lane. So I'm able to like clear away first, get vision control, and then we can like kind of snowball from that. It makes it more difficult in the sense to be able to like actually like outplay and 1v1 people, because like everyone's just wave clearing in that respect. So like that's fine, because the meta's kind of shifting away from like the 1v1 kind of plays anyway, like assassin v assassin. It's just like turning into wave clear, which is perfectly fine, because I can like just rely on my team to do everything for me. So that's great.
Yeah, awesome. Now, I had a chat with Jake or Spawn a little bit earlier, and he said that you guys, one of the biggest strengths that you guys have is that you're so adaptable, or you guys don't have a necessarily set game plan in every game, so teams find it very difficult to cheese you out or find like your one linear path to victory. Do you guys go into every game with kind of multiple game plans in mind, or do you guys kind of figure it out or wing it as you guys go in?
We can kind of, like if we're gonna lane swap, we call that early, and then depending on how the lane swap unfolds, we don't really have set scenarios, but we know what to do in almost every situation. So, and then from like that, we're able to build an early lead, and then that kind of just like snowballs. Obviously, like that's how we win the majority of our games, I think, just with really good decision making early game.
I'd like to say that I guess we're reactive to our proactive strengths, if that makes sense. Like essentially, we are able to identify our win conditions, and like they'll be different every game. Like it might be Radier getting fed or Swiffer getting fed and being able to make plays, and we're able to identify that and then push our strengths and generally get a victory from it.
Yep.
Okay, so it's more of a macro level play and understanding of the game, whereas all the other teams, they might be equally as strong mechanically, and especially a lot of the Direwolves players who have very strong mechanical players, they might not just have that bigger picture idea of the game. Yeah.
We can attribute that kind of to like how long we've been together. I think we all know how like everyone knows how the other players on the team kind of play.
Yeah.
And so we're able to just facilitate everyone's gameplay in that sense.
Awesome. So going into this set, you guys were the favorites for coming into the set. So obviously before the games, did you have any thoughts about your preparations going to the wild cards, or did you not even think about that and just focus on the game in front of you?
We haven't even seen the other regional finals. We weren't focused on them at all. Like obviously now we'll switch our attention to them, but we just really wanted to secure our spot first. So yeah.
Yeah, not too much on top of that. Like we were really focused on winning this series because of obviously our history over the last year. We just make sure we close out the final and then we can focus on wildcards after that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys want to do any shout outs to your sponsors or team managers or anything?
Shout out to Logitech G, obviously. Go guys. And then shout out to all our managing staff, especially Amy and Frank, who have like really kind of made us perform better throughout the entire split since we got them. So yeah.
Yeah. Also a big shout out to Logitech G from me. Like they've been huge supporters for us. And a big shout out to our analysts as well. Josh and Razzleplasm. So big shout. They've done a lot of work for us over the last month.
Albion?
Oh yeah, Albion.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys want to go? It's great when you know your analyst's name.
No, in-game name. Name. It's hard to differentiate.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. All right. Thanks guys for watching. This has been Jason from Out Duoqueue, and for more esports coverage, check us out on duoqueue.net.au. Thanks guys. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching our video. We enjoyed chatting with Spookz and Swiffer. They're a great bunch of guys. For more Oceanic esports coverage, please do check out our YouTube channel. We do a weekly podcast before the game where we talk to all the Oceanic pros about what's been happening and their predictions on the professional games. We also do a video series called the Oceanic Pros Top 5 Plays, where we take all the best highlights of all the Pro League and Challenger Series games and put them in a highlights video for your enjoyment. To check them out, click on the annotations on the screen right now, and otherwise, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys later.
You guys have never got to play AV in the final last year. Radier, do you think you're a better AD carry than Veritas?
Watching this play in full speed gives you some appreciation of some of the micromanagement that went into making this work. It's also a big reason that I think that 80% of LeBlanc players aren't actually trying to play, they're just showing off.